What up, everybody?
Don't do it.
What up,
Don't do
everybody?
it.
Cheers. Cheers. Hello, everybody. How you is?
Hello, everybody.
Oh, it's January 27th, 3:25 in Korea.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Feels like it's been a while.
So what's
Yeah.
going on, brother? Anything new?
It's cold as a fuck.
Yo, man. it's
Why is it
cold
so
as hell.
cold? I don't think it's
don't
ever been
know.
this cold in Korea, ever.
Yeah, I mean, even in Jersey, it was like, was it negative in Jersey?
They said it
Maybe.
was, okay.
Maybe single digits.
In New York, supposedly it was negative 60 degrees Celsius.
Okay, so what is that in Fahrenheit?
I don't even know, man. But that's like literally below, like, I don't know how people...
It would probably, maybe it's in the single digits, but yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, man.
Because here it's like, the coldest it gets is like minus 18 Celsius. Minus 60? That's a little questionable.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't take the cold anymore,
It's
man.
so
It's
fucking
so
cold.
man. I mean, my hands are literally freezing. I
Oh,
can't
man,
even like.
dude. I don't know, man.
It's like, yeah, if I keep my hands out of my pocket, they literally they just freeze up. I can't even like do shit. It hurts.
It hurts, man. Like your ears hurt. I
Yeah,
hate that. You can't even like. You need like earmuffs. Do you have earmuffs?
No, I don't have earmuffs.
You
You wear
gotta get that
earmuffs?
shit. I
So
do,
cute.
but I lost it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
voila. Yes, sir. Besides that, a lot of things.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
what
dude.
happened, man? Anything new or what with you?
Just going steady. Yeah, just going steady. We're trying to. Oh yeah. For my recruiting, like my the company, we do public schools now too in Gepik.
Yeah, for ESL Korea.
Yes. So for our agency, we're also recruiting for Gyeonggi public schools.
Yeah.
So you're in Gyeonggi. So like
so
it's like
Gepik stands for Gyeonggi.
yeah. Gyeonggi
English
is like this,
program
yeah
in Korea.
exactly the suburbs of Seoul. We recruit now for public schools in that in all of Gyeonggi area.
Yeah.
And we also just applied to Epic because Epic recently acquired Gepik.
Yeah.
Epic is literally the public school teaching in all of Korea, and they acquired, Gepik. So like now there's no Gepik's gonna disappear, and they're only gonna have like Epic, which is public schools in all of Korea. So we just applied, so like they're gonna get back to us. So it's been a busy month, man.
Yeah. And so so where can they reach you?
It's the same old. I mean, they can still reach us at our website. I can't believe I forgot to mention our website actually, but like most people don't really like go on. That's why, and we gotta update it regularly, but we just haven't been doing it. So our website is www.eslkorea.kr. So that's what our website. It will be in the description below. But we haven't really posted any like Epic positions yet, so we're gonna be doing that. But you can also reach me at joe@eslkorea.kr if you want to know more information.
And is that the best way they can like actually
That's-
get to you and get more and get up real time information?
Yep, that's my email is literally like besides the weekend, any weekday you can probably reach me anytime at any point. So that's probably number one way.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, cool, man. Good things going for you. But yo, actually, I went to Jeju.
Yo, so give us the wait, hold up. What is Jeju, by the way?
Jeju is an island off of the Korean like mainland peninsula because it's a peninsula for you guys that don't know. So yeah, it's just it's only like an hour away from the Incheon airport. And you could go all the way down to Busan, which is the city that's like on the southern edge of the peninsula, and take a ferry there, I believe, like a little ship that goes there to Jeju.
So you have to take a ship?
You can, I'm saying.
Oh, okay, if you want to. From like Incheon or
it's
wherever?
probably no, I'm saying from Busan. If you
Busan.
Yeah, if you guys happen to be living in Busan or near Busan, you can actually just go down to Busan and take the ferry there, and it'll probably cost you, I don't know, it's gonna be cheaper than the flight. But anyways, since I'm over here in near Seoul, Seoul's next to Incheon, so I go to the Incheon airport. So yeah, so I took that. It was only like $130
What do you
round
take?
trip.
Yeah, for those people who want to go to Jeju Island, which is like everybody. If you're a touristy kind of person, you want to explore Korea. Jeju's like one of the main cities.
So there's like the budget airlines that are well known here, such as like Jeju Air.
Yeah.
And there's also Jin Air.
Jin Air and Jeju Air, right?
Yeah. I think I'd say those two, and I think there's one more, maybe Air Busan. I don't know if they actually depart here from Gimpo, but maybe their main place is in Busan, obviously. But for those of you who are located near Busan, then obviously that's probably your best option to go by flight.
Right.
Yeah, and those are the 3 budget airlines that you can take.
So taking a flight would be the best way to go to Jeju, right? From anywhere in Korea.
Yeah, a flight
Because
is
it is a
definitely
peninsula.
very easy, but also it depends on where you live. Like I said, if you're near Busan, you can easily take the ferry.
Right.
And it's cheaper too.
So you took a flight? You actually flew?
I flew, bruh. It was only an hour.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, man, it was, the weather was great, man.
Really? It's freezing here.
Which is why I was like, what the hell is going on here?
Really? Is that different?
It's, yeah, man. I mean, I was wearing just a vest with a hoodie underneath it.
Uh-huh.
And it got hot to the point where I had to actually like take off my vest.
Meanwhile, like every other like area in the country
had a huge
I'm
blizzard.
wearing like a pad and like scarf like wrapped around my face.
Yeah, man. I heard. I mean, yeah.
It's really bad right now.
Yeah. So like anyways, so this is where we went. Like we went to we went to a lot of places. We rented a car, by the way, and for that, like you can use services like Avis. I think that's how you pronounce it, AVIS.
Yes, that's how you pronounce it.
For renting a car, or you can use what we used, which was called Sixt, like the number 6, but with a T at the end. And yeah, we use Sixt.
That's a rental service then, right?
Yeah. And so like we luckily like, I usually use Google and like, so that's how I found it. And so, yeah, we only paid like $60 for 2 days, for 2 full days.
Like 24 hours?
2 full days.
So like 48 hours
48
you can
hours.
use you only pay $60
Yeah,
for rent.
$60. Yeah.
We're talking about like a normal like
And we're talking
not
about
talking
like
about
a
like
subcompact car. So
okay.
Yeah. But still, I mean, we were using it's kind of similar to like the Nissan Cube. I think that's what it's called. It's like a square, you know what I mean? Like
like one of those square cars?
Yeah, the square car.
Is that what you call it? Nissan? I don't know shit about cars.
Yeah, it's a subcompact car, but it's actually like it's very spacious, So it was good.
okay. So for 2 people that's plenty of space, right?
Oh, that was plenty of space.
Okay,
yeah, of course.
Nissan Cubes.
Yeah, man, it was awesome.
How do you navigate? Is there a navigator in the car? Like they have like a navigator?
So through Sixt, there's an option to, you can choose to have the navigation system for an extra $10. But because like we already have like the we have the Navi on our phones, right? So we just use like my app here, like what was it? It was Naver Maps or Town Maps.
Yeah.
So we used that and we just found our way around. So it was really easy.
And you said that Jeju is really small, so you can drive from like the most southern point of the city all the way to the most like opposite end in the north.
Yeah, you can go from one end to the other like just a little bit over an hour.
Oh shit.
Or maybe an hour and a half, something like that. So,
I recommend to the people like if they're ever gonna go to Jeju, where should they go? Like what should they see or do?
Okay, so I went to a lot of places, but like so if you're going to, first of all, I want to say this before I start, like you should organize your trip like to like which direction you want to head in the island. So like in the middle, which is the center of the island, there's the Hallazan, which is Halla mountain, right?
Okay.
So like if you want to do your hiking or whatever, it's going to take a long time, so you should plan that out. Although there's different like different trails that take like there's the shortest trail is probably like an hour, so maybe round trip 2 hours. But like the other trails are going to be much longer. But there's that. But anyways, you want to categorize it as the east part of the island and the west part of the island, and you want to eventually make your way down south to the city of Seogwipo. And in Seogwipo, there's like a lot of things to do. So that's kind of like the end point for me. For the end of the day, that was like my goal. So like for me, how I did it was like I started from the top because that's where you land, the north part, and so that's where you're gonna land. And yeah, I just went to the places like down like along the east side of the island, eventually making my way to the south.
Also, you go east and to the south.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you
kind
come
of like
back
a
up.
semicircle. And then like the other, like on your other days, you want to try, you know, going to the west side. And so you can divide that up into however many days you need. But for me, I just did it like in one shot, like in one day.
Interesting, okay.
Yeah, on the east side. And also the west side I did like a couple years ago. So yeah, that's also like, yeah, both sides are pretty cool. But you could look on TripAdvisor. And as far as the recommendations go, I would say like definitely I would, if you're going with your girlfriend, then you should check out like this place called Maze Land. It's literally
like
a
Maze
maze, like the movie Maze Runner.
Yeah.
I always found that really fascinating. Like it's like in the movies where it's like
It's
these
like
tall
literally a maze?
bushes. Yeah. And you're just pretty much like a rat in a, you know what I mean? Like in an experiment.
So you're walking
it's
around?
pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh.
It was a cool experience, but yeah, if you're not looking for that, then maybe you should go to the beach. Obviously, there's like Hyopje Beach, which is like in the west part.
Hyopje Beach?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hyopje Beach is a famous beach. The water's amazing. Yeah, that's more, I think that's like in the northwest side, but where we went was we went to some random places, so I don't know the names of the beaches, but and there's one called there's a cave actually that we went to. It's part of like the World Heritage Sites. Is it called UNESCO? Is that what it's part of? Yeah, it's let me see what I wrote down. It's Manjanggul. Is that what it's called? Manjanggul? Manjanggul, maybe. Anyways, it's it's a cave and it's pretty damn cool, man.
Yeah? Is it built for people to live in? Or like,
Well, not to live in, but
yeah,
like
Manjanggul, yeah.
yeah, it was just really cool just because they have like the lights set up.
Right.
So like it's like a trail all the way
it looks
down.
cool as shit. I'm looking at them right now.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's 1 kilometers.
1 kilometer.
Kilometer?
Oh wow,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
cool as shit. It looks like literally like a amusement park ride where you go into this.
It
Like,
looks almost fake, but that's how cool it is.
it's actually it looks very superficial.
Yeah, it's just because how the lights are set up in there. Like they'll have like different color lights on
That's
different
crazy, man.
rocks and stuff.
Yeah,
So it
interesting,
looks like a
interesting.
kind of like a studio, but it's actually like real.
Okay.
So yeah, it was pretty fun. And then yeah, you get to see a lot of different types of shit. So yeah.
Is the Penis Island where's the Penis Island? Do you know where that is?
I didn't go. Yeah, the sex.
That's where
what was it called?
That's Jeju, right?
Yeah, that's Jeju.
So like I don't know why, because Korea's so like conservative regarding about like about sex.
Yeah.
But it's interesting about that's like one of the biggest tourist attraction, which is their giant penis park or penis.
Yeah,
What is it
it's
called?
so strange.
Penis park, is that what it's called?
I have no idea.
Why
But
do they have that? I don't know why they have that.
it's kind of, don't you think it's kind of a...
It's such a contradiction.
It is. Yeah, it's weird.
Can you imagine these little kids like running around like a giant penis park? It's so like because they're taught never to talk about sex, and
Yeah, sex is definitely
sex education
not...
sucks in Korea, by the way.
Yeah, it's pretty much like non-existent. Yeah.
Koreans don't know about condom use.
Yeah, they don't even know how to put it on. Like they'll just put it on their head thinking it's a swimming cap. But
you sound like you have experience.
but yeah, like,
you have yeah. Anyway, so yeah, man. Shinnam. I don't know where this is, but this is interesting. I don't know how we got into this topic, but
Wait, do you think? Wait, just going back on the sex park, whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's penis park. Yeah,
penis park. Like, do you think it's because like Jeju feels like they're more like they're like away from the mainland, so they're like isolated, and you know how people are when they're isolated, they kind of do their own thing, as we kind of mentioned about like referring to Japan and stuff. So like
Japan, who does that again?
Okinawa,
right? Yeah, you said the people even look different a little bit, right?
Yeah. They definitely have that like Polynesian blood in them.
Ooh, that's so interesting. You make it sound like they're like some like different type of species or something.
They're just, I'm telling you, they're different. They're definitely different.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. But there's a lot of like Koreans have a lot of superstition about virgins, as every culture does.
Oh, okay.
So like so if a virgin dies in a storm, then you can no longer catch fish. Like that's one of the the myths, the legends that especially in Korea, like coastal areas. So if like if virgin woman, if she
any virgin woman that resides
if she like dies like on the island, any virgin, then like you can't like fish. You can't catch it, like, because that predominantly in the past, like that's how Koreans made money, right? By like catching fish, and they're farmers, mostly, right? Especially if you're living on the coast. Like my dad, he's born in Masan, which is near like Changwon, Changwon's like right next to Busan.
Is that west of Busan?
Yeah, west of Busan, right? Yeah. So like, that the only thing you could do there is like, fish. That's how you make money, right? Like, especially because back then they were really poor. So there's like a lot of these like myths and all these like strange superstitions that Koreans have.
Well, that's obviously not true. Like, obviously some virgin has died from a storm, but
yeah. So if a virgin dies, especially like in a storm, then
just any type of storm,
like talking about like, well, mostly like storms they have is like they probably have like like tsunamis, or like we're talking about hurricanes if it's like rainy and the girl's like gets swept up by waves or something.
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about here. But that's
such nonsense. They still eat fish. I mean, yeah, they're still
so what they do is that's why in I don't know if they have I don't know if this is Jeju, but did you see these giant wooden like pillars with like these faces near the coast?
No,
I don't know if this is.
Is it wooden?
Yeah, they're giant wooden like images of these like people.
The thing about
it's
Jeju,
fucking weird.
Let me just say this, because like Jeju is a kind of a weird place, and let me explain why. Because like a lot of the things that they have there have been maybe I don't know, they're really catering towards, I think capitalism really fucked them up a little bit. So like you don't really get the Jeju culture because it's been kind of distorted through capitalism. So like obviously like tourism is a huge like way that they get, money into the into Jeju. So like they set up all these kind of types of parks and all these like weird things that they put up. So like I feel like their culture has been a little bit like distorted because of that. I mean, this is what I'm thinking.
Probably,
right?
Yeah, probably a lot of it. I mean, especially for like like nowadays, like Chinese people mainly. I don't know if you saw a lot of Chinese people in Jeju, because I haven't been to Jeju in like since I was at college.
Can't tell, motherfucker.
Oh shit! But did you hear a lot of Chinese people speaking? Because like supposedly nowadays 90% of Jeju Island is owned by Chinese people. 90%.
And that's why the government should kind of like, you know what I mean, regulate
Take more pride in your shit and stop selling our land to other fucking people.
Money isn't everything, you stupid fucks. Like, I mean, I'd do the same. Give me my money.
There's a lot of money that, yeah.
But yeah, like that's really sad though, to see like Jeju being owned by, because like when you think of like one of like the wonders of Korea, you think of Jeju, right? That's probably one of like the top spots.
Exactly, man.
And like it's really sad to see it, like just because like Korea doesn't really have so much. I mean, it has a lot to offer in terms of like showing their heritage and stuff, but not as much as you think.
No, I don't think so. Yeah,
because
you're right. I agree with you. Yeah.
Because of history, right? You know, like how like, you know, going back to like Japan, you know, they occupied Korea and what they,
right.
you know, what happened. So like, there's not really much to see as much as like Japan itself. Like
That's
Japan,
true.
there's like tons of history, like everywhere you look, right?
Right.
So like, that's why I feel like Jeju is definitely like Korea's like treasure that they need to protect.
I know what you mean.
And they're they're just like giving it away just because of like money, you know?
Yeah, and
it's very short-sighted in my opinion.
I agree. But there's like, you know, it's like Korea's very I think Korea is one of the most corrupt fucking governments in the world, man.
Well, which government is it?
Because but Korea's government is owned by noble families. You know, still we're talking about Kim's, Lee's, and Parks. Still, you know, like if you read the book too, right? We read the book.
You're a Kim, so do you own the government?
I rule the fucking shit. It's like on my D. Koreans, the government is still owned by like, you know, we're talking about the conglomerate families.
Yeah.
So it's they're very
well like integrated into
they have to be, man. Like even with like what the whole fad is, you know, everybody's talking about cryptocurrency or like Bitcoin and all that stuff, right? Because that's like the new thing now, right? So so one of the reasons why cryptocurrency, the value was like going up like crazy for the past year, and then all of a sudden it just crashed like pretty badly, right? Went down like a lot, right? So, and all that had to do, the biggest factor was that Asia, like they started banning cryptocurrency trading. Like China's like socialist country, so they're like, you know, cryptocurrency is all about like anonymous trading and like, you know, they're not gonna have that shit, right? So it's like they're a socialist, right? So they're like, no, we're gonna ban. You can't even mine, you know, no making cryptocurrency, and we're gonna ban all trading. China did that. And then all of a sudden, Korea comes out and is like, yeah, we're going to ban it too. Fuck it. This happened like this month. And this was like the biggest news, right? So after like Korea announced that shit, especially Korea, because they're like one of the biggest capitalist countries now, like you're talking about, the price of all cryptocurrencies just plummeted. Like everyone was like shocked, crying. People are just depressed because but then, you know, Korea's still on the fence about it, and that's why one of the biggest like Asian market is so big for everything, man. Everything around the world.
Sorry, they banned it.
They didn't ban it, but the Ministry of the Ministry of Defense or something like there was this guy like made an announcement. And it was kind of false. He shouldn't have done that, but he came out all of a sudden and was like, "Hey, yeah, we're gonna ban all like Bitcoin trading in Korea. So, bye."
So, what are the worries? Oh, yeah,
yeah. So what he's saying, which doesn't really make much sense, is like, oh, it's gonna cause a lot of like, it's basically we're scared because a lot of, you know, Koreans, the unemployment rate is still very high, right? It was like last year, it was like over almost 15% in unemployment rate.
What is it in the States? Is it 10?
I think it's lower than 10 now. Ever since like Obama helped a lot, and then Trump also did like a lot of stuff where,
right,
you know, like he really contributed to. So in that regard, props to him. But Korea's still very, very low, right? It's almost 15%, which is like an all-time high. So all these little kids, we're talking about college, and I'm talking about little kids, like elementary school kids, they're starting to they're like Bitcoin trading, these little fucking 7-year-old kids, like on their computers and phones. Like they're like putting in money in Bitcoin trading, trying to make money. And like, so what their argument is like, oh, the government's saying like, it's causing like a lot of like, you know, obsession and unhealthy habits of trading, and it is gambling, so we're gonna like ban it, right? Which is fucking ridiculous, because in Korea, like even just last year, even like 2-3 years ago is when Korea started like venture capital, like, you know, like investments. So they're like, oh yeah, Korea, we're gonna start making these like they call it incubators, right? They call it incubators. So they basically have these like incubation centers where they help venture capital companies, like new ones, startups, grow. You know, and then like they have these investors called angels,
Right.
where they
Angel
angel
investors.
investors, right?
Yeah.
So they started bringing in foreign like people like from all over the world who want to start companies come into the country, and then like Koreans would like invest all this money and shit.
Okay.
And then also like, you know, stock market trading has been around in Korea forever. So everyone's like, what the fuck is different then? You know, like
That's my thought.
this exactly. So it was a very, very controversial. Like a lot of people were saying that, oh, Koreans, the government intentionally did this so they could bring the market down, and then when it's low, they don't fucking buy into that shit. So they're like, oh, it's like kind of like there's a lot
Premeditated?
of premeditated. So there's a lot of like controversial, because JP Morgan did that once. And he did that. They kind of like they made a false statement, or they made
because they create influence in the market.
The press is the most, you know, like influential. Like the press is huge in determining stock prices and all this stuff. So and then Korea. So recently they made a law that they banned all anonymous trading, which means like back then, like cryptocurrencies, if you want to trade it.
I thought that's what it was all about.
Anonymous, right?
Keeping your anonymity. What is
anonymity?
Anonymity.
But the thing is that you can't really, you gotta regulate it. So they're trying to.
But that's what I thought what Bitcoin was about.
Exactly.
No regulation.
Exactly.
Right?
So,
What the fuck?
but then like, you know, they started like, you know, it does like encourage terrorists and criminals who are trying to like smuggle and like, you know, kind of transfer money and, you know, account transactions, shit like that.
Yeah, just what you were saying. I just remember like reading on the news, like there are a lot of scams going on that revolve around Bitcoin. And so a lot of people are getting scammed. But that goes for the same thing with people scamming the elderly in Florida just by calling them and saying to invest in like stocks and stuff whatever.
Exactly.
It's the same thing.
That shit goes on. It will always happen. You know what I'm saying?
You get phone calls like every day.
Bro, let me tell you about that shit, man. Look, for those of you who are if you ever try to get a loan in Korea, first of all, it's gonna be pretty tough.
Well, they can't. Right?
Yeah, you can't do it, right?
Yeah,
you have to be Korean. If you somehow have a Korean citizenship and you fucking get a loan, like you don't just get one loan from a company. Like all these, basically what you do in Korea is when you apply for a loan from a specific bank, it opens your profile is shared to like all these different loan companies in Korea. Like all these, like you don't even know any of these companies. So you get one loan and all of a sudden like these motherfuckers are calling you left and right all over the country. And a lot of these people, these scam artists, they also have access to your basic profile, like your name, your number, your credit card information. Like not a credit card information, but they're trying to ask for that.
Just your personal information.
Personal information. How much loan you looking for? Yeah.
But that's weird because like you're applying for a loan for I'm assuming like from a bank, right? But why is it that they're distributing your personal information around? Why is it being circulated?
This is the thing. Like,
are they making money off of selling your information?
Well,
maybe
this is the thing. So for someone like me, I don't have credits in Korea. I wasn't born here. You know what I'm saying? I never owned a car or a house here. So I don't have any credits. Like, you know, in the States, like you build your credits.
Right.
And that's how you can go to the bank and be like, yo, I have this much credits. Let me trade it for a loan. I'm going to get this loan out, right? But here, I don't have any credits. So they're like, the only way you can, someone like me who doesn't have any like credits can actually get a loan is through these like, basically they're brokers. Yeah, they're middlemen. You know, basically they're intermediaries. Like, so they share. If you talk to them and they get your information, they basically automatically share your information to like other. They don't intentionally do that, but it's just somehow your profile is known to like other companies now. You're out in the market, right? So I get all these weird ass fucking calls. Like,
it's probably selling your shit.
Yeah, like, hey, I heard you need loan. I'll give you like $100,000. I'm like, where is this?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, you don't need to know. Yeah, I got
that's
some weird ass
sketchy
calls,
shit.
man. Yeah. My friend got a call. My friend, like one of my Korean friends, got a call one time. It was like a few years back, and the guy was like, "Hey, we have your mom."
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we have your mom, and so you will if you want to see her live, you better deposit your money in our bank account. We'll give you a number within 24 hours.
Ransom? Is that what it's
like
called?
It's a ransom, right? Basically. So he's like, what the fuck? So he called his mom, and she didn't pick up, right, the first time. So he called like 5 times. Finally, she picks up.
Yeah.
And she's like,
what?
She's like, yeah, I was in the bathroom. Like, what's going on? Like, why are you calling me? So these dudes, they kind of like make a guess. Like, oh, he probably has a mom. So I'm like, just say like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These like scam artists.
Yeah.
They
probably do some homework.
Yeah, like, you know, your boyfriend, girlfriend kind of thing.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like, oh, I'm gonna kidnap your dog. You're like, I don't fucking have a dog. Like, and then they just hung up on you.
Right.
So there's a lot of strange stuff that goes on.
Wow, man. Be careful,
artists.
guys. Don't pick up any weird numbers. I never do.
That's why you don't, right?
I never do.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good idea, actually.
Never do.
Yeah, Koreans usually don't pick up their phones because they, shit. It's if you don't know the number, it's like, why would I do that? It's kind of risky.
I just leave it to, I don't know, the voicemail or text message if they really need to like reach me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yo, so you've been following up on the Olympics and shit? What is this guy?
Actually,
this Korean
wait.
dude?
Wait, going back to Jeju though, because I didn't finish.
Yo, you didn't finish? My B?
So other recommendations, right? Oh shit. Sorry,
Yo, what was your first recommendation?
Okay, so the cave.
Oh, the cave, right?
Yeah, the cave. Oh yeah, the first one was the beach.
The beach,
Hupje.
and then
Hupje is in the west side. But for the sake of like just telling you like how I routed this, like I'll just tell you like where exactly I went, because that's in the west side. I went to the east side this time. So there are some places nearby that I went to, but I don't know the names of it. It's not that great, so I don't recommend that to you, near the airport. Anyways, I went to the cave. Yeah, definitely a spot to go to. That was pretty nice, man.
Was it like it's just elaborate? It's not. I mean, like, are there a lot of things to see inside the cave, or it's just the layout itself is beautiful and it's very like it's a long, nice walk?
I mean,
what is cool about it?
Yeah, it's cool because like you get to see like different formations of the rocks. I know it doesn't sound so appealing, but it's pretty amazing once you actually go in it. Yeah. And like you do see, at the end you see like the stalagmites with the stalactites.
Oh, wow,
kind of combined it. Combined.
I haven't heard that word since high school.
Yeah. And so it's pretty cool. Like you take a picture there and then you come back. It's about like 1 kilometer. And it's a really cool scene. And it gets cold obviously because there's no sunlight
inside,
there.
Right?
So you might want to bring in something. It might get a little chilly, but for the most part, man, I was straight. Like I didn't feel like cold I mean, it was a little cold, but it wasn't that bad. And then after that we went to so there's this place called Seongsan Ilchulbong.
Oh shit, that's hard to pronounce for
even for me,
for those expats out there.
Anyways, it's
what is it?
Basically, I don't know what the right word for it is. I know there's like an actual geological term, but I don't know it. It just looks like a fucking mountain, right?
It's a mountain. It's a hill.
But I don't know. I know there's a word for it. Anyways, it's
a mountain, right? It's a mountain?
Yeah, it's kind of like a mountain or a peak, whatever they call it. But anyways, that place was pretty cool to see. It was you get to see the mountain, but it's also on a ledge. So like you get to see the cliff, like the edge of it, and the cliff and where it connects to the water. Sure. And so that was pretty cool to see, man. And if you want, you can go down this trail that leads to call it like the women divers.
Oh yeah, dude, you ever hear about that?
Yeah. And
Those
so,
ladies are famous.
yeah, they're like basically they're like old middle-aged women.
They're old. They're like old now.
Oh
They're
yeah,
not even
no,
middle-aged.
they're like grannies now.
Yeah, the grandmas.
Yeah.
Man. Like old as shit. Yeah.
Yeah, gilfs. So
Gilfs.
They go in, they like, you know, they're just experts at collecting like seafood shit.
Right.
And so they collect all this shit, and then you can eat it, right?
Are they those scuba divers?
Yeah. They go in
They're
with
like,
a wetsuit.
Yeah, they're fucking pros.
Yeah.
What are they called? They're like, there's a special name for them.
I mean, from what it said, like on the thing, like on the sign, it says like women divers.
Yeah, right.
There might be another word for it, but anyways, we didn't go to it because it was like off season.
Yeah,
so they weren't like doing that crap, so we didn't do that. But yeah, and then we also went to the waterfall. It's called Cheonjiyeon.
Yeah, Cheonjiyeon. Yeah, I've heard of that.
It's in Seogwipo, which is the city in the south of Jeju. And yeah, I highly recommend it. It's really nice.
Seogwipo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Seogwipo.
Cool.
Really nice. And yeah, you can take a picture there. Like there's kind of like a rock that like kind of goes in, so you get a better view of the waterfall. Usually people take pictures there, so just make sure you don't fall.
Yeah,
like
can you jump off and shit? Like what happens?
I wanted to.
Yeah, you like jumping off shit. like the bridge in Japan.
Did I tell that story?
No, you didn't tell that story. You better tell that story, bro.
Now? Should I tell it now?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay.
Just tell it briefly.
All right, guys.
Suicide Anonymous hotline.
So I kind of jumped off a bridge. No other way to put it,
man.
Yeah, so I went to Okinawa last year, and Okinawa is kind of like the Jeju of Korea, but I mean, well, the Jeju of Japan.
Got its own peninsula and shit, right?
Yeah. It's its own island off of the main island of Japan. It's towards Taiwan actually. But anyways, I went there, and they're known for their beaches and stuff. And yeah, it was actually on my birthday. Yeah, I went on my birthday.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, and then we arrived at the guest house at night, and we meaning me and my cousin. I'm sorry, left him out. But anyways, yeah. So we were just tired. We were ready to go to sleep. And then the guest house owner, shout out to Daichi, see you out there. But this place was called Monkey's Inn.
Yeah, you can already tell it's a fucking crazy place. Man.
I think it's called Osaro no. Oh fuck, I forgot. Anyway, we went there, and because it was so cheap, and the guest house owner was like, "You wanna jump off a bridge and like go swimming in it?"
Like, was he drunk when he said this, or he's like, "Hey guys, you guys want to like jump off a bridge? Like, what do you think?"
Well, I thought he was kidding at first, so we were laughing. But like, you know, he came. We were in the lobby where everyone was, and then I was like, "What? What's going on?" And then he was like, "Oh no, there's like a bridge near here, and we can walk there like 10 minutes, and you just jump off, and there's like water, like you can swim in it."
Was this like daytime or nighttime? Like
nighttime. This is nighttime. So I was like, like how high is it? He's like, it's not that high. So I was like, okay, I'm down. So everyone like,
oh my god,
there was like a guy from France. There was like a Korean guy. Japanese girl, 2 Japanese girls maybe, and one guy from California. Anyway, so like we all went as a group, and then all of a sudden we're just going up and up like this ramp. Like it's literally like a highway, right? It's a high. We got to the point where we're on the sidewalk of a highway, and then we're just going up and up, and then it just led to that bridge. And I was like, what the fuck?
Shit,
when you're gradually going up, that means like, oh fuck, this is like a real bridge. It's not like
high as a fuck.
It's not like you're just going through a straight flat path and there's like a little bridge and then you just jump in into a little canal. Right. No, it's like you're like slowly making your way. I was like, oh,
Dude, you're
shit.
crazy. So like we're talking about like Golden Gate Bridge kind of shit, right?
No, not Golden Gate
Alright, but
Bridge.
not that
type.
high,
No,
but like-
not
but-
that high.
but-
you
but-
guys
but
can
like-
look at it. It's a famous bridge.
What's it
Actually,
called?
it's
What's it
called
called?
Naminoue Bridge. Naminoue Bridge. Anyway, so we went there. And yeah, we eventually. Well, first of all, the guest house owner, he was drinking champagne. Like he had a bottle. He had a bottle in his hand while we were walking there. He was just drinking, and then he just like killed it off, and then he stepped onto the rail. I mean, and then he just jumped off.
It's just an actual bridge, man.
Yeah, dude, I told you it's an actual bridge.
Yeah.
It's like where cars go through, man.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Is it like the water is shallow or is it pretty deep?
That's the thing, man. It was a bit shallow, so I fucked up my.
So you touched the ground when you jumped off?
All right, so let me get to that point. So like,
Jesus Christ, I'm looking at this shit right now. At night, that shit is high, dude. It's high.
Dude.
This is like where suiciders will like. I want to die
obviously
tonight.
you can survive because I survived, but like, but still, it was super high. So it was so scary for me because I've never jumped off a bridge before. So like,
Right.
I was taking off my clothes while cars are just zooming past by. And I'm just like, oh shit. And it's like kind of cool because it's nighttime. It's like, oh fuck. They're like honking at
Were
me.
people honking at you? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
No one was honking. And then we were just, climbing over the rail and like just holding onto the steel, like cold fucking rail.
Was it creaking like?
It was like, oh shit.
Oh my god.
So yeah, like I was just leaning over the edge.
Oh my god.
I can't even calculate the distance where I'll hit the water because it's black. It's pitched. It's literally, I can't see anything. It's nighttime.
That is so scary.
So I was like, oh shit.
It's like windy as hell, right? Like,
yeah, well,
you're just like on this like
well, it wasn't that windy,
shaky.
but it was still, you can feel everything just because you're so nervous.
Oh my god.
And you're so
man.
high up. So I was like, oh my god. And so my friend was like, yeah, let's do it together. So, he was next to me. Like, we're all leaning, like, just about to jump off the edge. And I was like, yo, I don't know if I was about to back out. I was like this close. I wanted to. But he was like, yo, let's do it. Ready? I was like, oh my God.
This shit's
the last thing I
happening, huh?
remember was like the countdown. It's like 3, 2. I just remember like jumping off and everything was slow motion. Like it was just like I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Bro.
And I hit the water so hard that I didn't anticipate it at all. Anticipate that impact at all, that my front teeth, like I guess my body, it was so like far in distance that my body happened to tilt a little bit forward, but that little tilt smacked my face so hard that my teeth felt like it was about to fall. Like I thought all my teeth were missing.
How?
That's the first thing I checked. I was like, oh fuck, because it hurt so much. The roof of my fucking, like the top part of my teeth.
Yeah.
So I was like, holy shit.
I think you felt like this.
Like I thought everything went like it was so like painful, dude. I've never felt like that in my life. Imagine the whole front row of your teeth
No,
just
I can't
hurting.
imagine. I don't really want to.
And then also, it wasn't so steep. Like I fell right into the water and hit my heel against the sand. Like I actually went in. It slowed me down, right, as I hit the water. And there was some space, but I eventually, unfortunately, hit my heel against the bottom part.
Fuck.
And I felt like I shattered my heel. And so for the whole rest of the trip, I had to either ride a bicycle to not bear any weight on my left foot, my left heel, or I was tiptoeing the whole time.
Did you go to the hospital and check it out?
I did not. I did eventually when I came back to Korea. But other people went to the hospital though. there was
Bro,
so
that's crazy.
The guest
man.
house owner actually he cracked his vertebrae. He cracked
like
his vertebrae.
His back?
Yeah,
vertebrae?
yeah, his fucking back. So he eventually couldn't make it to shore. So a friend of ours, Noah, shout out to Noah. He was being a smart one, and he was just watching us. And from what I heard, he dove in to save
Bro,
his ass.
if he didn't do that, he would have died that day.
Yeah. He got him
Holy
like
fuck,
he got him
man.
over his body, and he like carried him all the way over to the hospital. And then there was one Korean guy, he got stung by jellyfish.
What?
He's so unlucky.
That is the most unlucky. He's the most unlucky guy.
Pretty much like fell into like
A fucking family of jellyfish.
they were just
Angry
having like
and-
a parade there, and he just fell right in the middle of it. And then there was a girl who like landed wrong, because like it's so, the thing about like the height of it, like if you move wrong, like just in the aerodynamics of it, I don't know how it works, but basically you can really hurt yourself just because your body tilts a little bit. So what she did was she like, her whole like rib part was like totally like bruised up black, but at that time, because of the impact, she was hurting. She was like really hurting,
Like, like that?
so, well, she wasn't like, fuck. But, like, she went to the hospital, too. Mm-hmm. So, like,
Bro.
she went to the hospital, and my cousin almost drowned because my cousin also managed to jump off the bridge. And the thing about my cousin is he doesn't know how to swim. Like, he can't swim. So, like...
He can't float or he can't swim? He can't,
like, he can barely... He barely qualifies as, like... He barely can swim. He can barely swim.
Okay.
So like once he hit the water, like he was just making movements to make it to the shore. You know what I mean? Like there's like, there's a correct technique to swim. He was just like,
how did he live?
He was just forcefully pushing through the water. That's basically what he was doing.
So how did he... Holy shit.
So
dude, he doesn't know how to swim. Why did he do that?
I have no idea. Dude, and the thing about...
They're fucking crazy,
Jason, man. He's my cousin, Jason.
Yeah.
Jason
is a crazy guy, though.
He has a lot of, like, composure.
Yeah.
So, like, he doesn't want to look like a bitch. And so, like, he just does it. And, like, he was also about to... He knows I swim because I had a swimming pool a long time ago. So, like, he said he was, like, this close to, like, calling my name out like a bitch to come save his ass. He was like, yo, I was about to...
Brian.
Yeah, he was
Shit,
like, no.
I would have done that.
He was like, no, Brian,
no.
like I was about to scream your name for help because like I didn't know if I was going to make it.
But he swam. He managed to...
He managed to come
paddle with his body through...
Push through the water, and he made it to the shore. Yeah.
That is some crazy ass shit, man.
So guys, moral of the story is don't ever jump off a bridge, even if your friend tells you.
It's the oldest story in the book, man. If your friends jump off a bridge, would you?
I know, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Somehow just managed to do that like an idiot. So yeah, I was basically on a bike like the whole trip.
That is crazy, man.
It hurts so bad.
That is crazy.
It's like the feeling like when you break a bone, you kind of get like an electrical surge. You know it's broken kind of feeling. Right. It's not like, oh, it's bruised.
Yeah,
like it's like something got fucked up. So like pretty much like my heel, the heel of my foot was no longer in service. I had to tiptoe use the bike.
How long did it take for you to get better on that, recover?
Probably like...
Never injured a heel
probably
before.
like, I think it took up to 2 months. Yeah, it was 2 months.
Shit.
Yeah. Because like it was getting a little... Yeah, it was getting just a tad bit better each day. Not even. I mean, I'd say like... Yeah, it took a long time to heal, actually.
Yeah, dude, 2 months is a long ass fucking time, man.
Yeah. So I couldn't like squat. Obviously, like I couldn't like do leg exercise.
Because squatting is all about the heels, man. It's all about
the
foot.
You're bearing weight on your body, and your feet are the only two things that are holding you up.
Only two objects that you have. literally holding your fat ass
Don't
body.
jump off a bridge. All right,
That's the
guys.
main point.
Yeah, don't jump off a bridge.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, I would never do that again. But anyways, Okinawa is a
on a
great
lighter
place.
note.
Yeah, definitely a great place to visit. Yeah, we can talk on that. Talk about that more later. But
Yeah.
back to Jeju.
Yeah, back to
Yeah,
who's
you should definitely go to Hala Mountain too. Definitely quite a scenery. Did mention that before, and yeah, that's pretty much like what I would recommend to the folks out there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Hala
for those of you who plan on going, you guys can actually, I'll put it in the description below. I'll put out like the route, my itinerary.
Right.
Yeah. So you can
Good shit, man.
you can follow it if you want, but obviously if you need more time, or because our schedule was a little bit packed and we went extra super early, so you can just fit it to according to your plan. So yeah.
Damn. All right. That's thanks for sharing your story, man. That's insane, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
man.
Also, you guys should go horseback riding. That's on the west side.
But isn't it too cold to do that right now, or people do that still? Like,
well, yeah. When it's in season, you should definitely go horseback riding. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. I think the rates are pretty reasonable.
Okay.
Yeah.
horseback riding.
Yeah. If you guys ever like wanted to experience that, yeah, you could easily. Yeah. I did that like a couple years ago.
I heard it hurts your ass.
Yeah, dude, it definitely does hurt your ass. Now you know how it feels like to be a girl.
Bitch.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, anyways. That's cool, man. So yeah, for those of you who want to check out Jeju or Jeju Island, please listen to Brian's advice. That's some cool shit.
Listen to my fucking advice, all right?
Oh, I'm sorry. What? Oh, sorry. So
oh, and special foods like
oh god, I'm hungry again.
Hukdaeji. Hukdaeji is like what is it? Black pork?
Yeah, black pig.
Black pig, whatever.
That's actually famous, and there's a Hukdaeji, Jeju Hukdaeji like franchise. So they there's like all these franchises that
one of the things you should do is not go to the franchises because they're overpriced.
Definitely, that's why they're
anywhere you go. Mom and pop shop, whatever, local place. Yeah, it's gonna be like the same quality.
Right.
You don't have to go to a place like right next to the shore for the view. You know what I mean? Just go to some other because what we did was like we made the mistake of like searching it up on Naver and seeing like the popular places.
Yeah,
and
but
so
they're like literally overpriced.
Why do we pay this much for like?
Yeah.
I forgot what it was, 100 grams. It was like super like, you know what I mean? It
because
was
they buy the name, Jeju. It's like, oh my god, it's from Jeju.
Yeah.
It's not really from Jeju. It's just like literally from like your local fucking market in E-Mart or something.
Yeah.
So it's not the best, but
and
yeah,
also,
some good foods.
Yeah, and also like seafood.
Yeah, what kind of seafood?
Actually, so I want to just say this: like whether you go to the east coast of mainland Korea or in Jeju, people often like think, "Oh, I gotta eat seafood because it's so fresh." Right. So I'm gonna go here to eat hue. Hue is like sashimi, basically. But actually, so what they do is like, I mean, this is from what I've been told. You should probably look it up yourself. But this is from what I've been told from a Korean person. But what they do with the fish, they send off all the good stuff to Seoul, right? Or to Seoul, and then all the leftover shit or the bad shit is gonna be there sold at the restaurants and gonna be sold at a premium. So actually,
that's pretty accurate.
Yeah,
it is.
So yeah, just keep that in mind before you run over to a restaurant and make a dent in your wallet.
The reason for that is also because the time that it takes for Korea's fish is a little bit different from like Japanese sushi style, because sushi is like a little bit, they kind of leave it. They they fillet it They would fish. They would cut the fish, and then they would leave it for like some time. So sushi is not like the freshest fish, but it has its own good qualities about it.
Aging process to it.
In Korea, it's literally their raw fish is you literally eat it on the spot. They would catch a fish that's alive. They would have you ever had this before? They would actually lay it on the whatever the counter, and it's still like
board?
flopping and shit. They would kill it in front of you. They would like fillet it, and they would just serve it in front of you, like right there.
Yeah. I went fishing before. Oh, those of you who haven't gone fishing, you guys can go fishing in Incheon, right? And you take a small boat there. You rent the fishing gear or whatever,
right?
And at the place that I went to, they actually there's like an ajima in the kitchen. There's like a kitchen inside the small little boat that you ride, and whatever you catch, you eat.
So you just
give it to that ajima, and then she'll like cook.
She'll
up.
fish it, huh?
Yeah, she'll
do it. She'll
do whatever. Yeah, however you.
I love that shit. That shit was also in Japan too. They had that that restaurant where you can. Remember that big ass restaurant? I think we went like with I forgot.
Oh yeah, we did. It was yeah, I remember.
You remember that though? That huge that restaurant, and they literally just they have like a synthetic pond or like those streams inside the restaurant, and they hand you like a fishing pole. So you're just fishing there.
Yeah, whatever you catch,
and then you eat.
Yeah,
so I love that shit.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, in some areas like in Busan, especially in Busan and the more popular cities like Busan, Ulsan, like those kind of like Jeju-do too, those kind of coastal cities, they would probably they would sell the expensive, good parts of the fish to Seoul.
Yeah.
And then they would just kind of serve their remainings, but it's still fresher because I love my raw fish. I love it. But Seoul, some fish, they're pretty fresh, right? I love that freshness. You know what I'm saying?
Stop saying fresh.
Fresh. But Korea is a lot more, those coastal cities, they're just better. It's just better quality. But it is overpriced sometimes. So you got to go to the right places. But again, for those of you who like that fish, come get your fish. So Jeju, black pig. And it's black boar. Boar, actually. It's black boar.
Black boar?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you got your fish, the hae. There's different kind of hae too, but probably the main one is kwangeo. Kwangeo is like your main, it's like this flat looking fish, but the meat is white, right?
Is that flounder? I don't know. I don't know my names for fish.
No, I don't even know.
But yeah, the way they cut the black pork.
I love that.
It's really the boar, whatever. It's different because it's just thicker. It's actually thick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's different. Obviously, the texture, the feeling of it. Because it's thicker. So yeah, it was definitely different. Yeah.
So you had that all day?
Nah,
fish and
not
pork.
All day. I'm ashamed to say that I went to McDonald's there.
I would have done the same thing.
But they didn't have the Big Mac. And
they didn't have a Big Mac in a McDonald's?
And so I was looking online. And some people were some expats, they were complaining about how they don't have Big Macs in Seoul.
That's the most...
So I was like, whoa, that happened to me in Jeju though. So I was like, what the hell's going on? And I kept reading the comments. And something happened during that time where that period where I think something happened with their distributors because they don't. It's not like they make the beef patties here. They get it shipped from somewhere else, maybe I don't know, Australia or wherever the hell they get their beef from. So yeah, so that's why there was a problem with that, and so the whole country, even Jeju Island, was affected. How crazy is that?
That's
man?
Crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and oftentimes with distribution and stocking, it's definitely different than America. In America, they would overstock right?
Yeah, they throw out
They
a
would
lot
they
of
would
shit.
overstock rather than understock. But in Korea, they kind of like, you know what I mean, they want to be right on the border, so like so they don't like waste food or waste money, whatever. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
But that's the thing, man, like whether it's a ShopRite or a McDonald's, they're so big, right? So even like, you know, you get a lot of like, you know, you're wasting a lot of food, right?
Right.
And it goes bad, it gets expired for whatever reason. It's okay, because like I mean, profit wise, like financially, they're okay, because that's like pennies.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why like Americans have the mentality to just overstock.
Yeah.
It's like whatever.
Just throw shit out if it gets old, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just because like
mass production is
exactly
shit, yeah.
there's mass production, mass consumers, right? So like that's why it works out like that.
Right.
But in Korea, where their mentality is a little bit more conservative, and also they think like wasting food is like a huge sin.
Yeah, that's true.
You'll get crucified for that. So yeah, definitely like
crucified. I don't know about that, but more like beheaded.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
100 lashes per gram. But
Ew.
yeah, that's why I think that's why these things occur. Like more than you think. Like it's happened to me more than a handful of times, and I'm even it's fucking annoying.
And Korea is very like they're very particular about. If you ever come to Korea first time, you gotta know where to throw away your shit. You can't just dump it all. Like in America, you have a giant fucking garbage can and you just dump everything in
The
there.
label is trash.
There's no recycling bit. I mean, there is, but like, come on, who you really like? Do you really care? You know, like you just throw like a couple plastic bottles, but then you don't want to like.
No, there's either the trash and that's it, and then you have the tray section where you put you put your trays on top of. But in Korea they have like
it's
separate,
complicated.
They have a system to it. Like you're supposed to dump your, you know, the remainder of your, you know, your drink that you didn't, you know, that you didn't end up drinking,
Right.
into like this little bowl thing.
Yeah,
you guys figure it out when you get here.
But you get fined for that shit if you throw in the wrong place. So like, just make sure
They even have a
you
separate.
talk to people about.
They even
where
have a
to throw your
separate
shit.
like waste for food.
Yeah, they have a food waste section and they have a recycling section. They have a glass section and they have the trash section. There's 4 sections. So you got to know your shits.
Yeah, what I do is I just put it in the trash, everything. So yeah,
Very ineffective, sir.
it's the American way, buddy.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
so,
man. Let's wrap this up.
yes,
though.
sir. I think we're going to wrap it up. Shout out to Cheonjiyeon, the tennis player.
Who the fuck
The
is that?
first motherfucker to reach the Grand Slam quarterfinals in the tennis. You know,
Didn't he injure himself?
Yeah, he did. Yo, his foot was messed up. Did you see that shit?
Just kidding. No, I
that
didn't
shit was
see it.
gross.
Well, yeah. Shout out to him. Props to him for making it that far.
The first Koreano.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a wrap. So we'll see you next time. I think we're gonna have Brian's
Cousin,
your uncle on pretty
uncle?
soon.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I mean, uncle.
stay in tune for that.
Yeah,
and
yeah, guys. I'll if you guys are more interested in Jeju, I'll post my itinerary. You know, down in the description below.
as
you
well
can
as
follow it.
his dick pic and along with everything else that comes in the package deal.
My
so.
A pick.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and is that it? Yeah,
That's it.
And you can reach us on Instagram at STBeef00. Or you can download our shit on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and or watch the video version on YouTube.
Sir,
All right.
yes, sir.
All
We'll
right,
catch you
we'll
next
see you guys
time.
later.
Laters.
All right, bye.